Okay, guys and gals, I am headed out down through the Virginia countryside on a special mission. I'm on my way to meet up with a good friend of mine that's on a very special mission. We're going to meet and talk with him. We're going to find out what that mission is all about. And I'm just thinking as we ride along, what an adventure he's already on. But it's got me thinking, what is it about adventure motorcycling? What is the essence? What is the attraction of adventure motorcycling? So we're out on the 4th of July. Little town of Stanley, Virginia. They're getting ready for a parade. Just got me thinking about the essence of the 4th of July as it pertains to the United States of America. Freedom. It wasn't free. It's bought by people like this in this little town of Stanley, so that we could have freedom, so we could go out and ride on our adventure motorcycles. And there's so much a part of adventure motorcycling. Okay, in this video we're talking about the essence of adventure. I am extremely fortunate to have been able to catch up with a guy that's on an adventure of a lifetime. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Barack Gil.
Hey everybody.
Coming through Virginia, I was fortunate to catch up with him, and he's out on an adventure of a lifetime. 50 and 50, what's that all about?
Yeah, I'm riding 50 states in 50 days. So I left my house in Nashville and started headed up through Kentucky and Indiana, then started heading kind of west and then south from Illinois all the way down to Louisiana. East Coast, working my way up, and gonna continue on until I get to Alaska and down and just do all the states and then somehow figure out how to sneak in Hawaii.
This is not an iron butt deal. This isn't a record-setting operation. There's way more to this ride. It's more of a mission, right?
Absolutely. I'm not trying to do a race or anything like that. I'm trying to meet someone and do something in every state. So experience the local culture, the flavor, the people. I want to meet people in every state. And as I talk to people in every state, I'm getting one person from every state to sign the motorcycle. So I'm collecting signatures. I think I have about 16 or so signatures so far. So
that is awesome. There's way more to that story too. Kind of a secret that you'll have to check out, because he's filming all of this. There's going to be something like 10 YouTube videos.
Yeah, I think so. And also a documentary.
Yep, a documentary. So this is an adventure you don't want to miss out on, but it's going to be a while before those come out. So in the meantime, how do they keep up with you and follow along? I think you've got a website.
Yeah, go to motomission.com, and there's a place where you can see it all, like all the updates. See you guys. And also do some live tracking, and yeah, motomission.com, all that info is there. And when I'm coming through your state, come and say hello.
Yes, he's inviting everybody, if you're tracking him, to just join him for a little bit or a lot. But you got to keep up with him. He's moving and he's moving. Instagram, all the Facebook pages, motomission.com. Check it out. Yes, adventure riding comes in all kinds of flavors. Brock is doing 50 states in 50 days. Yes, he's touching all 50 states in 50 days, including Alaska. And then how's he getting to Hawaii? You may be watching this after he's all done. Who knows when you'll get to this video, but what an adventure. I'm going to follow along with him now as he
continues into Washington, D.C., Delaware, New Jersey, and points beyond. Let's get back to our subject matter. What are the essential elements? What makes up an adventure motorcycle ride?
Adventure motorcycling is more than simply riding a motorcycle. It's more of a way of life, a state of mind. It's a form of travel that, embraces uncertainty, challenge, and especially freedom. It combines elements, of long distance touring, off-road riding, exploration, and personal growth. 10 hours in the saddle today. That was pretty cool. We're often pushing the rider and the machine to their limits in adventure motorcycling. But what truly constitutes adventure motorcycling, after all? It's not defined solely by the terrain ridden, or the bike used, or the miles covered. I'd say rather it's shaped more by a blend of purpose, your attitude, and especially the willingness to engage with the world around you, in a more unfiltered and a kind of visceral way. At its core, adventure motorcycling, I'd say, involves a journey beyond the ordinary. So unlike conventional road touring, adventure riding often means that you're venturing into very remote areas. You're navigating unpaved roads, gravel roads, trails, mountain passes, topping out California Pass, stream and river crossings. So the adventure might lie in traversing entire continents, or just simply exploring the back roads, in your own county or country. But what really matters is the spirit of exploration. Riding into the unknown, relying on oneself, embracing the unexpected. If we're not careful, we're going to get caught out here after dark. We still got miles to go. And the motorcycle itself, just plays kind of a supporting role. But it's a flexible role. While purpose-built adventure bikes like the BMW GS series, KTM 890s Adventure, or even the Suzuki DR650, my WR250R, they're known for their ruggedness, their long-range capability, and their off-road prowess. Any motorcycle can become an adventure machine in the right hands. So what counts is the reliability, the versatility, and the rider's connection with it. So even a small dual sport, a retro scrambler, or even just a humble scooter can be an adventure bike if used in the spirit of discovery and, self-reliance. So one of the key components of adventure motorcycling is self-sufficiency. Riders often carry gear, tools, spare parts, and provisions to eat. They learn to handle breakdowns and navigate with both paper maps or GPS when the cell signals vanish. You've got to adapt rapidly to changing weather and road conditions. So this level of independence kind of fosters confidence and skills that go beyond the road. You need patience. You need problem solving. Hydrating some more. Throttle grip, clutch grip. It's all starting to take its toll. But
I hope that everybody's okay back there behind me.
Also, cultural immersion defines the adventure motorcyclist. You can weave through the heart of small villages and towns. You can stop for roadside meals at mom and pop diners, eat with the locals, meet the locals. How you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. Good turn. What a great lady in there running this grocery store that goes back well over 100 years. You just experience life in a more unfiltered and at the ground level type of way. And a motorcycle's accessibility, it kind of breaks down barriers, creating opportunities to connect in ways that riding around in your car or truck just rarely can do. Yep, just stopping for a little break. And these interactions add depth to the journey. It turns the ride into meaningful encounters with people and places. So I'd say lastly, adventure motorcycling is really kind of deeply personal. For some, it's a test of endurance, a solo ride across Mongolia, the Trans-American Trail, or the Pan-American Highway. But for others, it's a meditative escape into nature and a shared experience, maybe with a riding partner. The adventure might be external, crossing deserts, jungles, continents, or it's internal, involving self-reflection and growth. So no two adventure riders are the same, and no two riders are going to define it in the same way. In conclusion, what constitutes adventure motorcycling? Well, it's not defined or confined to geography, the machine you're riding, or how long the ride is. It's a pursuit of freedom, challenge, and connection. Now, whether you're on the winding trails of the Rockies or the sandy tracks of Namibia, adventure riding invites us to live deliberately and to face the world on our two wheels. Let's keep on rolling. So the true essence lies not in the destination, but in the journey itself and in the stories that get written along the way.